Hi everybody, it's me, Ria here. I'm pre-recording this instead of going live. Spirit has asked me to pre-record as opposed to going live because I might get too distracted and my delivery might get too scattered. So what I'm popping on for is I just want to bring light language to the forefront and a greater understanding of this. And specifically, I mean, there's many types of light language, but specifically how the Pleaidian energy is working through us. First of all, how I understand it is the Pleaidians are the first physical, the first form of God's source energy and frequency. We started from God's source frequency, and God wanted to experience the formless through form, to experience itself, and to further expand its the love and the light, and have that experiential component. And the Pleaidians are the first, what we would term as incarnation of this formless energy experiencing itself through form, through physicality. And then there were other shoot-offs from the Pleaidian energy, how I understand it through Matt Kahn's explanation, and whatever resonates and whatever doesn't, and that is fine. It might just help to trigger a greater understanding for you, but after that, then we shot off into like Atlantean energy, Lemurian energies, then the earth, and it was all to bring us back to this Pleaidian frequency of energy, to have the experience of separation, to have the experience of the polarities, to have the experience of being swayed over to too much masculine, too much feminine. And now it's a great time of integration. And so a lot of us are working with that Pleaidian energy coming through us, and how they are really working at this point in time is through frequency. We are at a point now. This is the old platform, guys, where we were creating from 3D. We were creating more from the mind. We were creating more from polarity, opposites, outside understanding, outside paradigms, outside beliefs. But now we have raised and integrated enough in frequency that we're creating from this platform. This platform is all from the heart. It is all based in the heart. And because now we have elevated enough to this frequency, guys, we are now creating, we're now integrating, we're now pulling those energies from our multidimensional selves, our Pleaidian self, to bring back into this form. We don't have to die anymore, guys, to access that spiritual energy, that high frequency. The Pleaidian is of the highest frequency. And now that we're working from the heart center, we can allow and receive this Pleaidian energy, which is the highest of frequencies, guys. And how they are working through us is through light language, because light language is a frequency. It's a language of God. It's a language of love and light. It's the language of the heart. It knows no words. It supersedes the human expression through language. It is verbal expression of the frequencies of God's source energy, and that energy is recognized by our own soul, our own heart, and that activates all the light that we are, guys. This is what we are: pure love, light, God's source energy. Here's our heads, here's our bodies. This is what this Pleaidian energy and light language and everything that's becoming from this platform. It is a truer expression, uncontaminated, undiluted expression of who we really are. It's a remembering. All of that stuff that we experienced was to cultivate us. It was to give us the God self, the experience of form, of physicality. How beautiful. We created linear time as part of that creation, and now time is dissipating. We all understand, and how we all go through we're like, holy where did time go? Time doesn't seem linear. Things like changing like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, because We are the higher frequency where time and that illusion of time is dissipating, guys. So we are not constricted by that. There really is no time. So this brings me to something very important. Let that plane go by. I've been receiving a lot of downloads. And last night I received a download in visions. And I believe it is that Pleaidian energy, that highest frequency, my higher self that connects to the Pleaidian energy. Because if there's no time, we're also Pleaidians as we're experiencing the human. But now the human is open, operating from the heart center where we can receive and be our multidimensional selves and integrate all those energies that we are, the highest of frequencies. So we're now at a frequency where we're able to allow that energy to come through. So I had this vision last night, and it was a pure, okay, see that light behind me, guys? It was like this circle of pure white light, like this. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Holy crap. This pure white light, like this, the perimeter, but the middle was not white, and it was more dark, but this perimeter. And I said, oh, that must be a portal that we're walking through. These are portals of light and higher frequencies we are walking through. And what I was told, that's how my human conceived it. What I was told is these portals actually exist within our DNA. These circular patterns, these light like this, is actually in our DNA. It is within us, and we activate those through light language. We are reactivating something that has been within us the whole time, but because we chose that experience, that illusion and that veil, we haven't accessed it, and now is that great time where we're creating our heaven on earth, where we're creating that new earth, where we're creating that Atlantis, where we're bringing forth that Pleaidian energy again. So all of these circles are within the DNA strand, I was told. I'm no scientist and I know nothing. I'm just relaying the download that I received. And guys, this is so exciting. So exciting. So as we activate and open all of these circles, these parts of us in our DNA, holy cow, that is the portal. That is the portal. I always have said that we are the human portal, but now I'm getting like a visual breakdown, understanding of this process as we awaken all those portals within us. They are the portals that shift us to different timelines. They're the portals that shift us to all that we are and allow that energy to be activated, to become realized, to become expressed within us. And this is where that concept of time travel, which I've always been fascinated with time travel. But time travel really isn't traveling through time like a linear line. Time travel is shifting our awareness, guys, to those frequencies that portray that timeline. Oh my God, I got all the goosebumps. It is so amazingly beautiful how everything that we have been taught or excited us through science fiction or our mind is in the here and now. It is now from this platform. We have just, look at that light behind me. It's like we've just opened up. Oh my God, I love that backdrop. We have opened up to connecting to that God frequency within us, that God, that realization of all that we are, that Pleaidian energy. And a lot of us are relating to the Pleaidians, and they're here to help us with that through the light language, through the blue flame infusion that Brianna is doing. And I urge you guys to take Brianna's class. I'm honored to be a guest in that and doing light language. And it all is coming together and is making so much sense. You know, as we open up to a frequency, all of a sudden, we've got all this stuff coming in sync in our life. All of a sudden, we've got this aha, this big, greater understanding because we have just gotten to this frequency. And you know what we've done? We've opened up the portals. We've opened up and activated those DNA within us. I personally, all my life, have always seen blue orbs, blue portals. Never really quite understand what that was, but now I really get it, that it's the Pleaidian energy. It's that Pleaidian portal of energy that's always been with me, always been opening and being connected to me. And obviously it's through our willingness and intent to connect to that energy. If we want to stay blocked, if we want to continue in the illusion, if we want to stay here and operate there and our time is just not yet, that is okay. It is okay. It'll all happen in the proper time, and we all have our own divine frequency imprint, which is what makes us an individual, not in just this life, but all our lives. And we carry that information on all these timelines and multi-dimensional experiences. That is beautiful. Everything is as it should be. Everything is aligned to the way it should be. Perfect alignment. So Brianna's class, I believe it starts the 23rd. It's for 1 week. It's only $22.22. This is beautiful, guys. It's helped to further that activation that I just talked about. Those circles all within us, those portals that are ready through light activation, through our intent to be open, to be connected to that Pleaidian frequency, which puts us in the highest of frequencies, guys. It alters our lives to shift to the timeline that our heart holds dear, that our heart came to experience. We no longer need to go through the time of our bodies breaking down, dying, to go back to the Pleaidian energy, to go back to our God source energy in order to come back, having those illusionary lines of division. It's all now, guys, and now is the most glorious time to be alive and experiencing in this awareness of form, because now we see it all coming together, all mysteries solved, guys. How amazing. So this class that Brianna is doing, that's only $22.22, which makes sense because all the twos represent the unification of the masculine and feminine, the unification of our human self and our Pleaidian selves coming to expand and building from this foundation. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh my God. And then that equals an 8, which is infinite energy circulating, giving and take, and not having to have the illusion, the abundance of God, and living now from that platform, the 2s equaling 4s equaling 8s. It's also perfect. The unification and integration of our physical self with our spiritual selves, our human with our Pleaidian, activating that light. And within that, we're building and creating from this foundation forever, guys. We no longer have to go here. We no longer have to experience that illusion of separation, that veil that has served us. It has brought us to where we are. How glorious. So I wanted to, when I did Brianna's meditation, her little meditation, I think it's called Blue Fire Infusion. I apologize if that's not the correct name. But labels, guys, are human. Labels are something we give the experience. They don't need labels. Labels are good for us in the human experience, but even if we get a label wrong, it's just the label. It's the intent and the energy and the frequency that we are connecting to. So through that process, I went through a lot of releasing and I was crying. And she said, well, this will be a peaceful, just calming experience, opens up, clears the chakras. And that is true. It was peaceful. It was calming. I did it 3 times in a row, but it was releasing. And I asked my higher self, well, is that automatically part of the Pleaidian energy, frequencies, light language, specifically working through us? And the answer is yes. I did a Pleaidian meditation this morning specifically. It was Steve Noble's Pleaidian transmission, which might as well be a transfusion, of the Pleaidian energy. And I went into the meditation and all of this past stuff kept coming up. Stuff with past husband, his family, ex-sister-in-law, experiences of the past, the old house we lived in, all of this stuff. And it was like I couldn't get out of the meditation. I knew I was meditating. I knew I was observing it, but it kept going on this loop, and it kept going and going, and I almost couldn't get out of it. But it was just putting me in a state where I was acknowledging all these feelings that I still had that haven't let go of. Like, just, it could be concern, maybe a little unforgiveness of myself, a little bit of feeling bad or a little bit of feeling guilty or any of those things. So it was releasing all of that. And just through our acknowledgement and acceptance of it and allowance, then it can dissipate and release. And we don't have that blockage. You see how we got these here? We don't have that blockage preventing the portals and the lights in our DNA from preventing us to shift to receiving those higher frequencies. Not just receiving those higher frequencies, being those higher frequencies, because we are those higher frequencies, guys. But if we're holding on to the past experiences and haven't allowed them to come forth, we call them shadows. They're just those lower negative vibrations that we chose as the human experience in order to kind of break free and illuminate through our own light and love the truth of what they really are, which is always to illuminate and expand consciousness even more. That's why we chose those darker experiences. That's why we have shadows. They're all a blessing, guys. But they don't feel like a blessing when we hold them and we don't express them and allow them. So through that allowance, which I did through the meditations, and it's a continual journey, of course, always releasing. But that's beautiful. Allow it. There's nothing wrong. If you're releasing and you're connecting to shadows and they're in your forefront of now, beautiful. That means you're at the point in time where you can transcend them into the light and love, transmute them into the light and love that they were here to serve you. How beautiful. So that brought me to the point that this Pleaidian, this week course that Brianna is offering us, guys, for just a mere $22.22, and I get to be part of. It's so beautiful because I am about the love and light, expanding love and light, getting to the truth of who we are. My goal as a kid has always been to experience heaven on earth. And how beautiful I get to do that. We all get to do that now. So that class is just helping us all to, through our intent, and take action, guys. Intent is good, but you do have to take physical action. We're physical beings for a reason, to take action, to have the experience, not just the conceptual idea. We came to walk through the experience. So I urge you guys all, and I will post a link of that class on my Temple of the Sun page. So what I was guided is, because I questioned and I was wondering, well, what is this Pleaidian blue fire fusion about? And for some of us, it could just be calming. For some of us, it's going to give us exactly what we need, the releasing. And the releasing is important because if we want this light to come through, if we want to walk through that portal, create those portals of love and light and high frequencies, we do have to break. It's almost like breaking up the little solid, denser vibrations we still hold. And as we do our light language or receive our light language or whatever modality helps you with that, look what it does, guys. This is an old guilt we've been carrying for 1,000,000 years. Okay? As we do the light language, it activates the portal around it. It activates it, loosens it, breaks it up, and then becomes this. And then we're free of that. We're free to live in this and not in whatever way, shape, or form we got little block. We go from this to this. As we break up those shadows, as we release those memories, all those things that we hold in all times, not just this time because we're multidimensional, there's no time. There's infinite versions of us experiencing. But how do we access all that? How do we change all that? How do we illuminate all that? In the now, in the heart of the now. Oh my God. So simple, but the mind likes to make things complex. But the more and more in tune and enlightened we become on this journey of enlightenment, as we become aware with every new step, it gets simpler, guys. It gets simple, right down to the root. This is what we are. This is what we've come to remember. It's already within us. So this brings me to the point, and I felt very guided to do a specific Pleaidian with the intent of Pleaidian energy coming through to aid us in that healing and that final releasing so we can live the life that looks like this. And not that it's going to just be light, because you could say, well, that's just boring. But no, creating it from that light, the perfect, most beautiful human experience is still the perfect, beautiful place to live, relationship, expression of self, way of being. What more could we ask for? Because everything is created from our state of being. So of course, don't we want to be this state of being, guys, to create the beauty in our physical expression? We don't need to die from the formless to create from this now, guys. How amazing, how beautiful. So this light language that I'm going to do for you guys, just be open to receive. We'll take three, the power of three deep breaths in, guys, to center us, connect us to our heart, and let the light, Pleaidian light language work through you to release any remaining blockages so that that light of who we are can shine forth, can illuminate, can expand. We're already that, guys. Just like the sun is always shining, whether the clouds are there or not. It's always there. It's always present. So is our higher self. We are our higher self. It is always present. But we chose to have that veil, to have that illusionary idea of darkness, polarization, illusions, time, all of that. We chose that in order to further expand our consciousness. How freaking beautiful, guys. So I'm going to take a sip of tea. My throat's a little rough, so maybe it's just because I'm really being called forth to express, to step into that Pleaidian language in order to continue the process. I know I'm here, and all of us are here, guys. Master light blasters, blasting the light through the darkness, blasting the light and extracting and emanating it from those dark areas, because those dark areas did serve us. They were still based in love and light. They were still created from that part of us, in order to expand our consciousness, to expand the experience. So it is still a gift. And so through our perception of that, we do blast it with light in that way. And the light language is a frequency. Everything is energy. Everything is made up of light, energy vibrating. And the light language is of the highest frequencies. And it creates a remembering. It almost like, you know how the crash of the waves release negative ions? That it breaks those denser areas. Going out in Mother Earth releases those denser energies. Well, light language is such a high frequency, it automatically, through the light activation, is activating and breaking all those dense energies, finally free and loose. This is so amazing and so beautiful. It's like a dream come true. Just all this knowledge, all these downloads I've been receiving, and how I see that connection was always there. All right. So we will take a deep breath in, guys, and this is just bringing together the physical into the human experience, drawing the energies of Mother Earth in our spiritual and letting it culminate. And even taking that breath in is prana. It's very life force energy that activates us automatically. The question could be, will we be activated without light language? Absolutely, because you are the light, you are the language. The light language acts as a marker, as a remembering, as a space holder to activate you, to help you through that sense of remembering, to see and feel the vibration, because everything is a vibration. So if you're connecting with that vibration, it helps to bring forth that vibration that you already are. But the breath or intent or meditations or whatever way you connect, because you could say, well, somebody out in some other country never available to light language, but you know what? They're probably already in alignment. They're probably already living in that alignment because they are so connected to Mother Earth, or those that are disconnected from society. They chose this life maybe just to experience the peace, the beauty, the bountiful connection to them and Mother Earth, like tribes that we say, oh, how could they live like that? But they're living the most peaceful lives. They're already in that alignment and in that state. And because they're already aiding us and being our space holders to bring forth our continued journey on the ascension process of illuminating and expanding and connecting and remembering the light that we are. All right, so we'll take a nice deep breath in. Know that when you breathe in and take a deep breath, fill your whole diaphragm right down to your gut. Know that you are activating your light automatically. And as you hold it, it's moving energy, it's breaking energy. It's not just in the heart center, it's all multi-dimensional wherever you are in all time. And exhale. And try to push that last out. It helps to remove that last blockage. We'll take another breath in, guys. Nice deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale. One more, guys, and as you hold it, feel the vibration. Feel your oneness with the light and love that you are. Feel the tingles. I will speak the light language with the intent of the Pleiadian highest frequency energy coming through to release any blockage, lingering blockages and energies, and of course always to activate us into the light and love that we are. Because as your frequencies are higher, as your light is activated, it automatically releases blockages. It brings things to the now present moment that you need to deal with. It heals you. It heals your physical mind, body, and spirit, because lower dense energies cannot hold the same space as the high frequencies. So this is like a whole kit and caboodle. It's activating your light. It's releasing that which you don't need anymore. How beautiful. Uria uritata korita sharitupa. Urita saritukara. Ari siri turita pari tu sari kurata. Ore shari sitita. Urita pari kurita saritu. Urita pa ikuka. Pi ashusa itu a ikura isi. Isi ora pasari tu sharika. Urita pa iat utitasa. Urita saritu kurita. Urita parishurisida. Ura sarita kapasiri tu turuita. Itaritu shari ikukura pa asaritu. Pasirita arituka. Arituta sapariti kurata shari siri. Pushka sariturita pasaiku. Pasaikuri a aturita. Ai uturata sari tu kara sari. Sari tu siri tu purota ai turi sharita sari kura. Purata iturita pusha sa. Turita ta sari kurita. Otasi kurata parita ta sa. Hirita urita. Ita shasarita. Asarita purita. Korata sari. Poreta sari tu shasiri tu kukora atiri. Apa tu ai sari tu ku atirara sari. Purita ari ututa ikara tu sharita. Pusha sarita. Pasha sarita sari. Purita surita shasariti. Sariturita sarita. Purita saritu kukureta saritu purita. Tu siritu da purita shasiri. Purita tasari tu kukura tatasari tu turita. Turita. Urita. Purita shasiri. Purita tatiri. Karita tata shurita tasariti kara. Purita. Taritu kukuka karitu tu karata sarira puruta. Pushasari. Pushasarita turika. Purita. May you all shine with the entirety of all the light that you are.